Tell me, Jay, you wouldn't find that funny. If a guy ran out into a public street, not just like direct...
Showed me his dick and then farted? Yeah, I'd be overjoyed.
You wouldn't find that funny?
Yay! Welcome back, everyone, to S1E1, the show where each week we pick a different sitcom, watch just the first televised episode, forgetting anything we might know about the future run of that show, rate it and decide if it's a show we want to greenlight or cancel. This week we're going to be talking about Toast of London. Toast of London went 25 episodes over 4 series on Channel 4 in England. Here we're talking about episode 1, which was called The Unspeakable Play, originally airing August 20th, 2012. So to get things started, I'm Jay Gags. With me, as always, the boys, most of them, Berg, Nick, and Gordo. No Joe this week. What's going on, guys?
Hey-o.
Hey.
Hello. So before we even get into it, I want to apologize on Joe's behalf. Joe wanted to make it, and then I don't think he wants us to tell people, but fuck it, he's not here. So he got a DM on Instagram from who he thought was Chris Jericho, who asked him for money so he could get to Raw because he lost his credit card. And he's a fan, so he gave him money and then realized after the fact that it wasn't really him. And he's been trying to dispute this with his credit card like hours, and they don't want to give him the money back. So he's fucking furious, and he's been tied up on the phone for like 2 hours now. Hopefully he gets his money. We told him it probably wasn't him, but he was so excited. I don't know, Joe. Well, hopefully you get your money. We'll see you at the next episode.
The man of 1,001 cons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
armbar.
And then to get into this, Toast of London, this was a pick that we got from Lindsay. Emailed us like 2+ years ago and mentioned the show, and like a longer email. There was like other stuff involved, and then like brought it up again, and then she emailed us again recently, and then I'm like, I feel so bad that I have not taken a pick from her. She's been so nice about emailing us with suggestions and ideas. So, Lindsay, this is for you. Even though Fanuary is over, we tell people all the time, make sure you send us picks. We try to get to them when we can. We don't have other things planned ahead of time. So we had an open slot. Boom, Toast of London. We plugged it in.
Thanks, Lindsay.
And then as far as the show goes, this is kind of weird. So this is a show that has this show, the episode we're doing, The Unspeakable Play, was a pilot, but it wasn't technically S1E1. But it was televised first, and then the series started like a year later. But then, like, if you go on like BritBox, which, by the way, if you want to watch this, it's available on BritBox, so you can buy it on some of the other, the places you can buy them. It's now listed as like season 1, episode 1. So it aired first, and it made more sense to do this one in this case. So this felt like the right way to go.
Now, hearing the name of this episode, few jokes make a little more sense.
Yeah,
I was a little confused.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I just saw it the same
Until
thing.
you said it, it still didn't click.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a show that I was completely unaware of. I have BritBox, so I was able to watch it on that.
You do? Oh, for your mom, right?
I bought it for my mom for Mother's Day, just because she likes Mrs. Brown's voice so much. Go back, we covered that one a while ago. But then, yeah, the show, other than that, I mean, I didn't know it existed. I know you guys.
I never heard
we did
of it,
what we
yeah.
do in the shadows in the past. You guys are Matt Berry fans.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and we did the IT crowd.
I was going to say, we did the IT crowd.
He was not in the
too.
pilot of the IT crowd, but he's a big part of that show eventually.
Fun to kind of tackle on this one. There's another show that he's in that Lindsay had recommended that would have been like a potential spooky dooky pick. So we might get back around to that,
All right. Keep it going.
I was going to say, we probably got one more Duke left in us.
Today actually I was like at work and I was doing some more homework and like
Who's doing a
Duking.
guys, the amount of effort I've put into finding some of these shows, but I think we might get a couple more years out of this. So
Yeah.
but it's been a struggle. We hit a wave of 5 Thursday Octobers, which made it a little tougher. But
yeah, brown wave. Yeah, we no more brown waves, just straight 4.
I don't know how that fit other than you really wanted to say brown wave, but in any event, to get into a couple of the quick things with the stats here, 8.2 on IMDb, and then Rotten Tomatoes
makes sense.
84%. critic, 92% audience. So pretty highly rated.
Yeah, I would say.
I have a feeling Matt Berry's pretty well received everywhere.
Yeah, and he, as I've become more aware, because, you know, I'll be honest, like what we do in the shadows and all this stuff that like we've covered, like I was unaware of all these shows until we covered them, right? He seems like someone who probably has like a pretty big cult following, like he is a human. So I'm sure whatever he does, you know, has a built-in audience.
I was trying to think, and I really can't come up with anybody, who would be his American counterpart. I don't know if you guys can think, because he's never in anything huge, but he's in a lot of really good smaller shows.
Oh, you know what? I got it. Motherfucker. I can't, Danny, Righteous Gemstones and
Danny McBride.
McBride.
Good call. That is a good one.
I think Danny McBride kind of.
I was like racking my brain earlier. I'm like, this will be a good thing to talk about because I cannot think of somebody who would be similar. Danny McBride is a good one
because he's got like, you know, he did, you know, Kenny Powers. Why is I can't speak?
He's bound and down.
He's bound and down. He did Vice Principals, Righteous Gemstones. He kind of like sticks in the TV lane a bit, and
he's been in big movies too. Though I don't know if Matt Berry's done big movies,
but I feel like
sure
he was at a point where he wasn't creating when he's the creative voice behind something. It tends to be television,
and they're also similar that they don't really deviate from their thing. Right? They're always just a different version of the same thing because they know it works. But yeah, that's a good one. I'll try to think of it, see if I can come up with another one before the end of the episode.
And yeah, if you guys want to follow us on anything, S1E1pod.com, where you can find all our socials. So S1E1pod on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Email us. It's all linked on the website, S1E1pod.com. Again, that's how we found this episode. So hit us up, talk to us. We enjoy all that. And you know, again, talking to you guys is what makes us know that the show is worth doing. Because if we were just throwing it out into the void and not getting anything back, there wouldn't be much reason to do it.
That's very true. Yes.
To get right into the episode itself, starts with the intro. The title of the show pops up, and we see like a series of like just black and white photos of Stephen Toast, which is Matt Berry's character in the show, and you could tell just by all the still frames that they're not headshots, but like you could tell he's like a thespian, he's a theater actor.
Yeah.
It's just that while there's like a little piano song playing. The song is actually composed by him too. It's called Take My Hand. It was on one of his albums. So he's got a few CDs out too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know Matt Berry had CDs.
Yeah, he composed the theme song
Shut
for
up,
this.
Sordo.
You know, I get some CDs.
CDs nuts.
I released the CDs. Yeah, CDs nuts.
I thought you were going to plug your actual CD.
I know. You have actual CDs you could play. They don't exist anywhere though, do they?
They don't. No. I mean, if somebody wants one, they can DM me.
And then Gordo can buy a CD burner and figure out how to like get you a copy.
Just put it on what is it? Not SoundCloud.
Joe put it on a record for you.
It is. It's on Bandcamp. It's on Bandcamp. They can, if they want a link, they can DM me and
Hit
I'll
us up. Yeah, we're not giving you that for free. You have to talk to us if you want the link.
Yeah, is it just under Mike Gordon?
No, it's under the Magnus Effect.
The Magnus Effect, okay.
Look up the Magnus Effect Space Terrorist.
Never mind. We are going to give it you for free. So anyways, to talk about the show, we see Toast. He's in the office of like a theater agent. Jane, how do you say her last name? She says it. It looks like Plow, but it's like Pluff or whatever. Her name's Jane.
P-L-O-U-G-H.
But it's not spelled. She specifically says how it's pronounced because it's nothing like how it looks. My apologies. I'll see it in a minute as I get through my notes.
To be fair, I was cooking dinner as I was watching this.
Shocking.
Which is a step up from being half asleep, so.
Full asleep.
And I watched it last Thursday when we were supposed to record this.
Yeah. He's in the office. And he's talking to her, and like right off the bat, I mean, you get a vibe for the show right away. You know, just the way that they go back and forth. It's very kind of quick back and forth. There's like a weird vibe. Like I can't like quite pinpoint what it is, but it's I don't know. Like, how would you guys describe like how how people converse throughout this episode?
A lot of dovetailing. Like they're right up against each other.
A lot of ducktailing too.
Woohoo! What is dovetailing?
Dovetailing is when you're right neck, like, so I'm done talking, you start talking. They're right after, not over, but right after. Yeah.
Right after.
It's like when you originally used to edit the podcast and you'd eliminate too much space in between sentences.
Yeah. That would be dovetailing.
Oh, okay.
It's not like egregious, not like Gilmore Girls. I think they kind of like coined the dovetail feel, but it's not like bad or anything. But there's just there's a weird tone to this show that can only be described as British. Yeah, like it's just British.
I didn't want to outwardly say because I don't know if that's what it is, but
it is. Yeah. It's just drab and dry, and like that would be a negative thing to say about something here, probably. But they do it well. Like that's their flavor, and it's not bad, but it's just different.
When that's your signature, I was expecting that.
So he's sitting there talking to Jane, who's his agent, and he's making it known like, hey, I can't talk too long. I have to be on stage tonight at 7:30. And then while she's talking, like there's this point where he's like playing with, like, she has like a perfume bottle and he just sprays himself in the face and he just goes, shit.
It still throws me off hearing swears and sitcoms.
What I liked about it is this is like a gag that like runs throughout the entire episode. Like from this point forward, he's like blinking his eye because there's shit in it, like at all times, unless it's like a cutaway, which you got to be mindful of. This show's got a few. And then there's a point where he's talking about the show that he got to do tonight. And when he goes to bring up the title of the show, because I guess it's protesters there, as soon as he opens his mouth, it starts like you start hearing like all these sound effects as he's saying the name of the play, which again, the Unspeakable play that I did not put two and two together had Ferg not said anything. This is a thing, like it'll come up a couple times, but we never find out the name of the play he's doing.
Yeah, I didn't quite get it through the whole episode, but now that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
It's very smart. You know what? It changes my outlook a little bit.
I don't see how.
No, I mean, it was annoying, like, throughout the episode.
Yeah, there are times where they're creative about not saying the name, and there's other times where, like, they turn water on. It's like, that wouldn't mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's, like, almost like the absurdity of doing it is kind of what contributes to it.
That makes sense. I wonder if each episode they do something similar.
I mean, that would track with others, yeah.
And then there's like I don't know if you guys picked up on it because the way it was worded, Gordo, but we got a shit joke here. Because he said he lost his watch, and earlier he coughed and nearly followed through an Oddbins. And I had to look it up. Oddbins was like, basically it was like almost like a liquor distribution store that they don't exist anymore. They closed like a few years ago. And it's brought up here because like right around when this episode came out is when that was happening. And she went, aren't they facing liquidation? It's like, yeah, that's not the only ones here. And when he says that, he happens to notice a photo of Ray Purchase on the wall. Isn't that Ray Purchase?
Ray Purchase!
It's like, he drew that himself. He's like, he's such a fucking buffoon. We find out that like I don't know what he did before. I assume he was once, an actor that she must have been handling, but now he's just doing like police art sketches.
That's so funny.
A hilarious fall from grace.
Yeah. And then you just hear him say like, everything about that man is a complete and utter farce. And then we get this cut to like a caricature drawing that Ray did of him fucking his wife. And then we like pan off though, and we see Toast fucking Ray's wife like in Ray's house. So this is why there's like, tension between the two. And the two are like, it's comical, but they're having sex. And, and he's like, I'm giving you my all, Mrs. Purchase, my bloody all. Like, come on, you shitbag. And then he says he can, I think I have this right. He said he can feel his balls fizz. And then right at that point, we hear a door like close from outside of the room. It's like, did you hear that? What? Ray's home. And it was like, I thought he was doing a radio show. And she's like, quick, get in the wardrobe. He's like, what wardrobe? Over there. And then like the shot like pans out more, and then you see the room. And it's so awkward because
It's
the
like a
room is
stage.
completely empty, and there's a
Yeah.
wardrobe just standing tall in the middle of the floor.
Did you guys happen to notice that every room that they're in this show is gigantic? Every room is way bigger than that and than that type of room should need to be. They're huge, vaulted ceilings, massive bedroom with no decoration in it whatsoever. It's just I thought it was really strange because they're like absurdly large rooms across the board.
The bedroom was super weird to me because they did I don't know what the budget was for the show, but they did literally nothing to dress up the room.
No, yeah, they
It's
put a bed in
the middle,
a room.
like
Yeah.
a bed up against like the middle like wall, and then in front of it is this dresser that's just in a sea of nowhere.
Maybe it's because that's how he's telling the story. It's not.
It
We're not
could
getting
be.
a flashback. We're getting his story.
Did any of you guys think this was the play?
I'm considering that now that Nick mentioned the thing about all the rooms being bigger, because that would make sense that it's all a stage.
I didn't think of
Because
that.
I
but
got either what I thought when I saw this was that he like was having like a dream sequence or something, and then like it flashed forward to the play, or like I don't know. Like it didn't. It felt like a dream sequence.
The whole show feels like a dream sequence.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's very there's like a cartoony vibe.
Yeah.
So he runs into the dresser and he closes himself in on it. And as soon as he goes in, Ray walks into the room and sees his wife in bed. And she's like, "Oh, darling, I thought you were recording that radio show." He's like, "Oh no, Wendy threw up her lasagna, went everywhere." He goes, "You look nice," and just drops his pants because he sees her in bed. And then while he does it, there's like a slide whistle noise as he's dropping his pants.
I didn't pick up on that, but that's funny.
They really do things their own way over
this
there.
is the play. That's why there'd be someone off stage with the slide whistle.
That'd be Gordo's job. I'm the slide whistle guy.
So she's like, "No, not now." And then he looks down and sees a shoe and he's like, "What the hell's this?" "Nothing." He's like, "Is someone here?" It's like, "No." And then he looks at the dresser. He's like, "Is someone in there?" And then he walks over to the dresser and he's like, "Wait, I'm going to go get an axe." And then he like,
Oh, because he couldn't open it because it was locked.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So he comes back with like a hatchet. And then he swings and sticks it like in the side of it, like not hard, like just enough to like get it to stick into the side, which makes the front and back sides pop out like it was a magic trick.
Yeah.
Which reveals Toast, and he steps out and he's like, "Hey, I'm Steven Toast. I think we have the same agent." He's like, "What?" He's like, "I was just jogging past the building and remembered you moved in." He's like, "So I thought I'd call in on your beautiful wife."
This is what he came up with.
"You trapped in for a quickie for some knob jockeying?" He's like, "Knob jogging?" He's like, No. I think you mean knob jockeying." And then he does, Ray does like the "come on, Toast," and like does like the put him up type thing. And like,
The old timey.
yeah. And Toast goes to swing at him and misses. And then like Ray spins and gets him in like a sleeper hold. And like while he's like getting choked, he's like, "Your marriage is a farce, Purchase." And that we find out that's like a flashback then. Like I didn't realize that at the time, but then it cuts back to like him in the office.
Well, no, they flashed back to it from something.
We go from the office to this, back to the office, and then later on they start changing their scenes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when he leaves the office.
Like, I wish I could tell you what's funny about his last name being Purchase, but it's hilarious. Whenever Toast
It's the
says
way
it.
he says it.
Ray Purchase?
He's got that like Victorian
Yeah.
like vibe to him, that like Victorian thespian, that like
Yeah.
it's just funny because I don't know anybody else that does that.
At all
shtick.
points, he's speaking like he's on stage. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
always has that like turned on, elevated voice.
Maybe just Victorian because he's English. I don't know.
The best on the IT crowd when he's at his father's funeral and he just shows up and he's like, "Father!" And then he gets in a fight with the priest for no reason. One of my favorite scenes of that show.
So now we have him back in the office again. We flash back to where we started. This is when she's telling him about a job that's available for him. I guess someone pulled out of a voiceover thing. She's like, it's just one word. All I have to do is say one word. And she's like, are there any words you won't say? And then, what is it? Unsheathed?
Unsheathed?
Unsheathed? Yeah. I can't speak. She's like, oh, well, that's fine. She's like, that's not the word they want you to say. They already gave it. He's like, oh, which is it? And she goes, yes. Like, sorry? They want you to say yes. Can you say that? And then he goes, yes.
This is a really difficult show to talk about.
Oh,
because
geez,
you can't convey the tone the right way. Like Matt Berry, you either know him or you don't, and he has like this way about him, and you just have to understand that is all in that way. It is entertaining.
Yes. Promise.
So
yes.
Now she's asking, hey, are you still staying with Ed? Like, well, yeah, but it's not long term. He has a very unusual setup with an aged agoraphobe. Her name's Goodhouse.
An aged agoraphobe.
So now we cut to him at home, and he just finished drawing something, and he's about to hang it on the fridge. And that's when Ed walks in. He's like, oh, I like your drawings, Toast. We see it, and it's like a 3-year-old drew a woman. Like, it's a terrible, like,
Yeah.
The horse, when they pan out and look at all the other ones, the horse killed me for some reason.
Yeah, he said it's his own style. He's not sure what it's called. Ed says, hey, I might ask you to take the yacht off the wall, though. Goodhouse gets perturbed by anything that smacks at the great outdoors. Like, all right. And then he's like, actually, it might be best if you remove all of them. I don't want you feeling too at home. He's like, oh, yeah, of course.
Imagine being so agoraphobic that you can't even look at pictures of outside.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like, if I'm home too much, I get so stir crazy.
Yeah.
Like, nowadays, like right now, I'm like, I'm dealing with like a foot ailment. So, like, outside of going to work, I've just been like, sitting and resting it and trying to get better. And I'm going fucking crazy. Like, I can't, like, I just want to be outside at all times. And I'm always someone who, like, I don't know about you guys. I know my brain's wired a little different, but like, if it's my day off, I don't like sitting home all day. Like, if I have nothing to do, at some point I'll leave the house and just like go to Target just to get outside at some point.
I mean, it's different. Like, if I am, so like Saturday mornings, I like to get up and go do something, right? Like, I like running errands on like a Saturday morning, like do the Targets and whatever you might need for food for the weekend or whatever, do that. And then, you kind of do whatever might fill your day, get lunch. But Sundays, typically, I really don't like, and not just Sundays, like if you have 2 days off, like that second day, like I really just want to just like rot and play video games, watch movies, like binge something.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm trying to burn myself out, but like I need like a break in the day. If I'm just like confined to like my house for the entirety of the day, I don't know. It just, it messes with my brain too much.
Yeah. You need a hobby that you can do in your house. Because if you're just sitting in your house, yeah, of course that's going to be boring. Find something that you can do while you're home, and it makes.
I mean, you should just try and be, gold on Jerkmate.
He probably already is.
I don't know how to reply to that. I was gonna say, like, as of late, I've kind of gotten into Legos a bit, but that's expensive.
Feed off to Legos?
Yeah, man. Some of those little figurines are cute. No, it just Legos I feel like I got into Legos way too late. Like I just started getting into them.
A lot of people our age got into Legos like recently.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is right when they've decided to ultra spike the cost of all their shit.
Yeah.
Like everything's gotten outrageous.
They saw the trend coming, and
so now as I'm getting into it, like it's like invading my algorithm, and every video is like, man, Lego's getting out of hand with their prices lately. I'm like, oh, great fucking time to join this fucking party.
Hey, that any hobby or anything that we do at our age is going to be expensive. Like outside of like walking.
I mean, I have a weird hobby. We give Gordo shit about his birding, but like I've taken up shoe shining, and that's a cheap one. I'm not gonna lie. That is a cheaper one you can get into. But also, who gets into it? So
Gordo said when he's done with birds, he's going to get into bug watching. That's his next one.
Actually, it is. There's a whole thing about
people photographing bugs.
Yeah, macro photography. I want to get a lens that I want to film mushrooms.
Yeah, I bet you do.
That'd be micro photography.
They're fucking mushrooms.
So, anyways,
Fuck you.
While they're talking, we hear like Goodhouse like scream from the other room, and it sounded sexual. Was it meant to be sexual?
I don't think,
so.
I don't remember.
Because right after that, he gets into talking to Ed about how he can hear Ed have sex.
I do remember. I think that was sexual. Yeah.
And then you get like that quick flashback of just Toast like sitting there listening to Ed have sex.
With that same noise playing.
The what?
That weird like moan.
What?
The moaning.
Is it in your house?
What are you asking?
Are you asking
Yeah.
us a question like a not show related question about hearing moaning?
No, that was in the show.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Yes, and I was saying that the moaning keeps going even when the other guy is having sex. It's a constant sound throughout the scene changes.
Well, when they cut to the guy having sex, I assume he's having sex with someone. So you'd probably hear moaning from someone else during that.
Go back and listen to it because it's the same sound.
I'll have to. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, nevertheless, Toast is asking Ed after that, hey, so by the way, are you in Goodhouse? You're not. And then it's this weird thing where he goes, and he like glitches for like at least, like not lying, at least 10 seconds.
It was long. Yeah. Yep.
And then he goes, she's not my wife. He's like, oh, I see. So he tells Toast, no, my wife lives in Swaziland. Swaziland?
Swaziland.
Swaziland? Where's that?
South Africa.
It's not even. I don't think it's called Swaziland anymore either.
Yes, it is. I think so.
Are you stating facts for things you don't know again?
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
it is.
Yes,
It's
I
called
watched a documentary.
It's called Eswatini, formerly Swaziland.
There we go. He must have watched an old documentary.
I did. Yeah. It was on Viceland. They talked it's in South Africa, like in an area inside of South Africa.
It's a small, landlocked, absolute monarchy in southern Africa, not South Africa, because
I thought it was near that, but Vice had a good documentary about it years ago about the monarch and about like the family. And it's a crazy documentary. When Vice was good and they pumped out like great documentaries, like those like quick half-hour ones, they did one on Swaziland. It was so good.
They changed from Swaziland to Eswatini. I assume that's how it's pronounced. I could be butchering it. In 2018.
Oh, well, good for them.
It was during the celebration of the country's 50th independence anniversary and the king at the time's birthday.
And then Ed asks him, hey, so you're probably curious about Goodhouse's agoraphobia. We actually had like a setback yesterday and we got like the flashback. And it's her just like, I don't want to leave. Like, come on, Goodhouse. We'll just walk down the end of the road. Nothing could go wrong. She's like, okay, I'll do it. Like, excellent. And he's like, look, see, nothing to fear. And then he opens the door and you just see like a flasher.
I was not expecting this, and this killed me.
Is flashing more common over there? Because I feel like when you hear about flashing, it's over there. Like, obviously you hear about it here too, but like, and I can't think of the other show we've covered, but I'm almost positive there's another British show we covered that had something to do with flashing.
Faulty Towers, I think, did it.
Did they?
Wasn't it Faulty Towers that had a flasher?
You might be right.
Maybe.
But I know we did something. So it's either really funny to them and they like to bring it up a lot, or it's like a common thing that happens over there.
I was going to say, I don't think it might not be a thing per se, but like it's an older thing.
It's an old like
like
TV like trope. I mean, it's happened in real life, but
It was on The Office.
did I ever tell you guys about how like it's not quite a flasher, but when I was fairly new at the airport, a guy fell through the ceiling into a woman's bathroom, butt naked.
No, you have not told us that story.
Yeah, the dude was like creeping and he was like in the ceiling, like looking into the women's bathroom and like fell through the ceiling. It was in the news. You can look it up. It's a real thing.
How
It happened.
does that even happen?
People got weird brains. Just some people are just built differently. I've said it all the time. It's like, you know, like in today's world, it's like, don't want to kink shame anyone. Hey, if you're not harming anyone, that's one thing. Like, obviously, in this case, you're invading people's privacy and it's not okay. But like, don't you wake up sometimes and go like, thank God that's not what I'm into?
Oh, yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, that guy,
Yeah.
like, that's the only way he can get turned on is to like get naked in the ceiling of an airport and look at women go to the bathroom.
How do you get up there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know like the details of how he got up, but
Can you just
you can legit
imagine,
look it
though,
up.
like-
It's a real story. It very much made the news.
You ever see the video? This isn't the same, but you ever see the video of the guy who falls through the ceiling of the golf pro shop?
Oh, and he's trapped inside? Is it that one?
He's like, he owns like the store next door, and he was like trying to fix something and ended up too far over to the store next to him. And he just falls through the ceiling and tears everything down with him. And the guy in the store was like, "Hey, Bob, what's going on?" He goes, "Hey, Steve." I'll find it. I gotta post it. It kills me. I don't know if he was jerking off though.
I'm just surprised that nobody saw him go up there. That's actually impressive.
I mean, I don't remember what the outcome. I mean, I'm sure the outcome was an arrest and jail time, but I don't know how long. To get into this flasher, the flasher in this show we find out has been like a known flasher in the area. Apparently, he used to go by the name the Tooting Flasher. So I figured you guys would enjoy.
Can you imagine not only some guy flashing his junk, but then ripping a fart?
Tell me, Jay, you wouldn't find that funny. If a guy ran out into a public street, not just like direct.
Showed me his dick and then farted? Yeah, I'd be overjoyed. Yeah,
You wouldn't
like,
find that funny.
Yay!
I'd
Hurrah,
be dying
hurrah.
laughing.
I just love that he's formally the Tooting Flasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he stopped.
And he says it appears that he's expanded his operations to the southeast. And then that's when Toast goes, got a little cocky, you might say. That I think was my first like actual like laugh, like made me laugh when I was watching it. They asked if he got like a look at his face. Obviously, no, they were transfixed somewhere else. And then when Ed's explaining how like the situation can transfix, he was like, "Oh yeah, of course." And then he looks down at his breakfast, and his breakfast is just like a sausage and 2 eggs, you know, shaped like a dick and balls. Was that supposed? Did Ed make his breakfast for him? Was that how that worked? Because now Ed can just think of dicks, like he's got it on the brain.
I think they were just kind of getting like that's what was on his mind across, you know.
And now we cut from there, and we're back to Toast, who's in his meeting still with Jane. Only now she's getting her hair done at a salon, and he's like, "Hey, like I have to go. Like I can't do this much longer." And they're like doing like this bit like all throughout like the scene too, where she's got her head in like the old school like the big dryers. And every time like it comes off, she has a completely different hairstyle.
Yeah, this was funny.
And during that, they're still talking about like the reading thing he has to do. And I guess he has to like go in and like audition because they want to see him read. He's like, "See me read?" He's like, "Well, he can fuck that sky high."
Saying "fuck that sky high," I might bring that one over here.
And he said she's telling him it's just a formality. He's like, "But I have to meet my brother." And that's it kind of ends with like the final hair reveal, which basically was like her normal hair that she had anyways. And he's like, "That's the one."
And this was their opportunity to do the play name joke. Every time it went down is when they say it. But
Yeah.
they didn't do it here.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the reading part because that's what comes up next, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry too. And I messed up because it's not the reading for the commercial. It's like a reading for something else, like another playwright. But the playwright is a guy named Cliff who is in jail.
Yeah,
So he has to go
Yeah.
meet him in jail. Yeah, I'm sorry. I confused that part. So now he's got to go read for this part in a jail. We find out he's only in for a short time. And he's like, "Well, what the hell for?" And she's like, "This'll knock your bandy," which I looked up. It means to amaze or astound or
God,
flabbergast.
they're weird with their.
Isn't that what you call isn't that what like the magicians used to wear, a bandy?
Sure, why not?
I don't know, to be honest. But it is important to mention that Cliff is in jail for being a Holocaust denier. Can you go to jail for that?
Yeah,
In
some
England,
countries
you can.
you can. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's like a legit thing?
They don't fuck around over there.
No.
With it, yeah. Austria, I think, is the big one. Like
Germany.
they don't even. I don't think you get a trial. You just go straight to jail.
I know in Germany, if you do like anything sort of Nazi related, it's like a 5-year jail sentence.
And you know what? As you should.
But you know what's funny? Like, it's funny to say this in the episode Joe's not at, but like 9/11, right? How many documentaries and books and things have come out for people like 9/11 was fake, this happened, this and that. And like, you can do whatever you want. But then someone can just go, you know, that I don't know if the Holocaust happened. And that boom, jail time.
Well, I mean,
I'm not supporting the idea. I very much believe that the Holocaust happened.
not to minimize 9/11, but the numbers were a little bit different as far as deaths go.
Oh, it's like a WWE attendance rating.
There's like a famous story over there of a guy he was like a YouTuber named Count Dankula, and he taught his dog how to do the Nazi salute.
Yes.
And he went to jail for that. And it was just like a gag.
What's his name?
Count Dankula.
It killed me.
Did he flee and move to Massachusetts?
No. He
Yeah, no, he taught his pug to do the Hitler salute. He went to jail. And they were fighting over free speech about that, but
They're like, yeah, we don't have that, idiot.
pretty
Right?
much, yeah. Pretty much. That was pretty much the argument in the way it was settled, from what I remember.
Anyways, we move forward, and now we have Jane and Toast are like eating, and like they left the hair salon, they went to get food, and like, oh, the weird thing about Clifford is he actually has a lot of Jewish friends. He just thinks the figures don't add up. He's like, so should I be auditioning for a Holocaust denier? Like, my father was in the army. He was in Auschwitz. Like, when? 1945, just after they opened it up to tourists. Is that I mean, yeah, they still do tours there now, right? You can still do that.
Yeah, I considered going when I was over there. I can't even remember if I was like close to it, but
Auschwitz is in southern Poland, near Krakow, about 45 minutes outside of Krakow.
I understand the historic southern Krakows. I understand the historical significance of Auschwitz. I just don't know if that's something I need to experience. You know what I mean?
Well, you know,
like,
it's funny. We just talked about this like last week, like visiting prisons and stuff like that, you know, and it's like a similar thing.
Auschwitz is so much different.
Auschwitz
than
is
just
way
a prison,
different.
though.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
you know, it's to carry on from like last week. It's like you go somewhere and you're like, oh, this is like, look at this cell. And then like you're reading these placards and like, and this is what happened in it. And you're like, in this actual room, like they lobotomized this dude here. Like, it's like, oh, okay.
So it's one of the only, my wife will take me anywhere around Poland, anywhere I want. Her whole family. I was like, oh, maybe I should go see Auschwitz while I'm here. And they go, cool, you do that on your own. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, no. They go, it's not, you don't leave there. Like, it's not a place where you want to go. Like, it's just not like.
But had any of them gone in the past?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it's mandatory.
Yeah, they're speaking from experience.
It's mandatory that they visit almost all of them, especially
Like a school
being
thing?
in Poland. Yes. From a time there in elementary school.
Oh, we just went to Wolf Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But you have to remember too, Auschwitz is the big one. There was Treblinka. There were countless other smaller concentration camps that were littered all over Poland. So it wasn't just Auschwitz and Dachau and Treblinka and other places. So,
I mean, if I was in southern Poland, then I mean, sure, yeah. I I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to. I don't know.
It's a 45-minute bus ride, and you're riding on a bus with other tourists
from Boston.
Yeah, it's a hell of a drive. Long ass drive.
As they're continuing to talk about Cliff, they're saying like he's not like a Nazi. It's more like a free speech thing more than anything. He's like, yeah, no, last time I saw him was at this housewarming party. He didn't come off as a Nazi. He was wearing an SS uniform, but he didn't come off like a Nazi. And you get like the quick flashback where you can see him like in the full garb and everything.
Yeah.
They say it's like, like when Prince Harry wears one, it's, just a bit of fun.
It's a bit of fun.
Did Prince Harry wear an SS uniform? I didn't look that up. I feel like that would be a story.
Yeah, I feel like if he did, we'd know about it.
He wore a Nazi costume to a Halloween party.
Oh, yeah, that's not a great idea, but
it was also in the season 6 of The Crown. He I don't know. I feel like I'm way out of the loop on this one. Prince Philip criticized the inaccuracy of the costume, focusing on the fact that the German Africa Corps never wore a swastika rather than the symbolism behind it. I don't know this doesn't ring a bell at all to me. I feel like it's something we should know. Like, I feel like this is something Joe might know. But I have no idea what this is. Yeah.
And then when they're continuing to talk after that flash of him in the SS uniform, they're like, oh, and then he was also questioned by the police after a racial chanting incident. He's like, oh, where, at a football match? It's like, oh no, he was on a set. He didn't agree with the casting of Bennett Carnival. Like, because Bennett Carnival's black? Yes. But didn't he play a Nigerian ambassador in that? It's like people always get mad about, these days, like when they're like, there's a lot of like swapping in movies now where a character that may have always typically been white, like the Little Mermaid thing, right? Like we switched to like a black Little Mermaid. People went fucking berserk. But like, this is like this guy who they're trying to like justify that isn't a racist Nazi was mad at the casting of a black guy playing a Nigerian ambassador. It's like, I think it's supposed to be a black person playing that role.
I was just going to say the funny thing about all the race swapping is it's always with redheads. So like the joke is they're just killing off all the redheads.
No, we found out recently that redheads are black people. Didn't someone say that?
Yeah, what was that from?
That was like an internet
thing. It was a
thing.
video.
Some girl on TikTok said that like gingers are black people.
Yeah, because they did some kind of study or something, and it like was the original hair color or something.
There is
like
no
that.
science behind it.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
But the internet did go forward with that for a bit.
Yeah, and flat Earth.
I still don't. I've had this conversation with people, but like the flat Earth thing, I don't.
Nothing will make me lose respect for someone quicker than that. And the moon landing thing. When
not Scientology.
I was going to say the moon landing.
I mean, yeah, those can be the Mount Rushmore right there. Scientology, moon landing deniers, and flat earthers. I don't care if it's my mom. Like, fuck off.
Listen, I'll be a little honest with you. I do not buy into flat Earth. I think you could convince me the moon landing is. There are some things.
How could you be convinced of that?
Neil deGrasse Tyson and multiple scientists have like debunked every single theory about like if it could be faked.
The biggest thing you have to remember about and it's just the amount of people that would have needed to keep that secret and nobody ever said anything.
It's a lot easier
possible.
When social
That's
media
a good
doesn't
fucking
exist.
crew then. Then you pick some real ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kubrick really had it's just not. No.
To be fair to that point, Nick, though, we did have the Manhattan Project that nobody knew about. That was a whole town. I'm not saying that. I'm just
but
saying
the secret got out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But just say, I don't know. The moon landing, I feel like that was real. That was real. Flat Earth, I can't. They've shown you a picture of the Earth. I don't know what else to tell you. You're.
I love watching videos of flat earthers getting proven wrong.
Yeah, those are great. Like the guy that shot himself up in the rocket.
Yeah, he died. It's like ultimate Darwinism.
the movie, they made a movie on Netflix, I think, that was like debunking flat earthers, but they made them think that it was a movie made about flat earth. Oh, and I forget what it was called, but it was like popular when it first came out, but it was basically them following around these three guys, and then there will every time they said something stupid, they like it would like interject with like, well, not really. And it's just all their shit just kept failing.
I love when a flat earther will like confidently set up an experiment that is supposed to prove that Earth is flat.
Yep.
And they're just like, oh yeah, no, this isn't going to work. Like, it's not going to work because the Earth is flat. And then it works. And it's just a long shot of them scratching their head going, yeah, we know, we got to go back to the drawing board on this one. It's like, no, it's because the Earth isn't flat, you fucking moron.
They get disproven, but they just on to the next one. This one was a fluke.
We'll find one of these that makes sense.
Well, anyways, to talk about the show again, she's like, talking about racial matters, the Evening Standard rang me earlier. He goes, what do those fuckers want? He left me a message about wanting to talk to me about Asians. What do I know about Asians? He goes, they probably meant agents. After all, you're an agent. Oh, that could be it.
That was funny.
I know about Asians.
Reminded me of Entourage.
Now we cut to Toast ringing a doorbell. And then we pan out and we see that he's like at the prison. And he heads in and he meets Cliff at like the little like meeting room. It's not like one of those like behind the glass things. It's like a big room where like everyone has little tables and you can sit and talk to the inmates.
He's having a visit.
Yeah.
I almost said conjugal visit.
I don't think they had sex. They might have, but
Little under the
Fuck
table
me.
action.
he gets there. They introduce themselves to one another. And right off the bat, Cliff's like, oh, I love that blinking thing you're doing. It's like good for the character.
It's like one of
he's
my favorite parts for some reason, the way he reacts to this.
And he's like, oh no, I just sprayed perfume in my eyes earlier. Why? It was an accident. Oh, okay.
It's such an honest answer. It was an accident. Like, I didn't do it on purpose. I don't know why that sent me, but it was so funny.
I love too how at the beginning of this scene, I know we kind of glossed over, but he's ringing the doorbell. And then as he gets brought in, he goes, oh, I think I broke your doorbell. I didn't get that.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he pushes the doorbell and it's just like holding on it. And then he said something like, oh, I think I broke your doorbell as he's like being buzzed in.
I was looking for that video because I wanted to bring up that Matt Perry does the hay and the Dances with the Stars.
Oh, I was going to bring that up
intro.
earlier. Yeah.
And I couldn't remember what show it was. And I didn't know how to phrase it to find out the answer. So I've been just putting different things.
I was going to bring that up when I talked about how he composed the theme, but I didn't.
I looked up and the thing's still blue. I go, shit. That was all recorded.
So now the two like start doing like the reading and he's like going over the line and it's like, you seem to be paying a bit of attention to Roger that night. And then like he keeps making him do the line and then like it comes up for him to like do it like gayer. He's like, is the character gay? Like, yes, you're an undercover gay detective. Like, should I do him camp? Like, I don't know, you could try. And then he like does like not even like that. He didn't go too deep with it, but he starts reading with a more like feminine accent. And then like while he's talking with like the more like effeminate voice, another inmate gets angry.
He's like offending another inmate for sounding kind of gay.
Yeah. And he said, this is bollocks. This one here is a gay bent copper. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what that means. What does bent mean in the context of English slang?
Not straight.
Well, he already says gay. So like I think gay covers that part.
Happy.
Oh, it means like corrupt.
So he thinks he's a gay cop.
A gay, corrupt cop.
Yeah.
Funny, his acting was that convincing. It tripped the-
And then the guard comes over. He's like, sorry, is everything all right? He's like, and he smells of perfume.
The perfume callbacks are great.
So then like the inmate grabs him. And he's like choking him and stuff. And there's like a little bit of commotion there. And then you just get like the shot of him like leaving the gate. Just like, which way is London? And like they point and he walks off. We see Toast sitting with a few guys in the next shot. And that's when he like, this is his brother Blair, and I don't know who the other guys were. I think they were just members of the club that he's at. And then Blair's dressed in like a red military coat, and he's telling like a story. He's like about how he blew off some guy's head completely. He's like, when I say completely, I mean completely. And then he's like, yeah, I imagine when you blow someone's head off, there's no half measures. But I mean, you could.
Yeah, you could. I feel like you've seen that in movies.
Mm.
And then I guess the head shot up and then landed in his lap. What happened next, I'll never forget. He looked me straight into the eyes, and as God is my witness, he mouthed the words, "Thank you." And he goes like, "Steven, you would have loved the army life." He's like, I think it's a little too late. And then he asks his brother, "Is that a new hand?" He's like, "Oh, what, this? My usual one's getting fixed." And then he has this like yellow, it looks like a deformed hand in a yellow rubber glove. So I guess he normally has a fake hand. And then like the one he has as a replacement hand while his normal hand's being fixed is like very like cartoony.
It's like tongue in cheek, low budget. This whole thing, like everything they do is just like intentionally low budget.
It's just a lot of
funny.
silly humor.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very not fully like Monty Python-esque, but in a sort of similar vein.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the show itself is serious, quote unquote. The dialogue is serious, but then the gags are, then there's like obvious gags.
That's deadpan.
Yep.
So they continue to talk, and Toast is telling his brother about like the play he's in, and then they go on to about how he has to do the voiceover thing in Soho and how the studio's booked so he can't be late. He goes, the studio's peopled exclusively by homosexuals, no doubt. He's like, I mean, probably like at least one homosexual.
At least one
Homosexual.
Said 1 in 10 of the male population. Is that an accurate number? I don't think 1 in 10. I don't want to sound like the old, but like nowadays, like these kids and their fluidity. But I feel like there's an uptick lately of like just not cis, you know, like
the ratio of gay men varies by study. But recent U.S. data suggests around 2% of men identify as gay, with higher
that's
numbers
way less,
reporting bisexual or broader LGBTQ identities, and broader surveys finding that roughly 3.4 to 4.9% of men report same-sex attraction or behavior.
there's just a guy with a clipboard walking around the city all day like, yo, dude, you gay? No? He's just keeping tally. They're talking, and while this conversation's going on, you hear like a cork pop, and then Blair gets excited and like jumps out of his seat and starts shooting.
Oh, I thought he had PTSD.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh,
A cork popped and it startled him because he thought it was like gunfire.
you said he got excited.
Yeah. Not like happy excited. Like you can excite without glee.
Frightened. He was frightened.
Yeah.
Startled.
Okay. Startled. Okay.
So now Toast gets up and heads to the bathroom. And as soon as he heads to the urinal, we see a few over is Ray Purchase. And then he walks up to one. Ray Purchase, if you remember, is the guy whose wife he fucked in the beginning of the episode.
Purchase.
He's like, oh, look who it is. He's like, you can't believe your eyes, can you, Toast? It's me, Ray Purchase. You didn't know I was a member of this club, did you? Like, the only club you should be a member of, Purchase, is a club for arseholes.
Why is arsehole so much funnier than asshole?
We're not used to hearing arse often, so I think there's something like, it doesn't hit your ear the same way.
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
it, yeah.
And then he's telling him, oh, I heard that player and it's terrible. And then there's a point where he's like, what do you mean? And he goes to talk about it, and then the water's running, so you can't hear the name of the title again. And he's saying, I've never forgotten you, Toast. He's like, excuse me while I dry my hands. Dry your hands, huh? Bert's like, how about we dry your eyes as well? And then he grabs his head and like opens his eyes up and like puts his eyes up to the hand dryer. That was like until his brother, Toast's brother walks in, Blair, and sees what's going on.
Yeah, this didn't go where I thought it was going to go. I thought he was going to shoot him or something.
Nowhere. It's just like,
Yeah,
I
right.
felt like,
Yeah, me too.
they get into a quick scuffle. He throws his eyes under the dryer, and then like the scene ends.
Well, no, the brother walks in and it looks like he's getting banged.
Well, yeah.
And it's right after the whole homosexual Hollywood talk.
Oh, yeah. I guess that does tie in. I guess I didn't piece that together at the time. because next we just see him like walking out. He's like running down the street now to head to that studio where he has to do the work. And now we see him like in the booth ready to record. And there's like 4 dudes like on the other side of the recording booth, like, you know, while he's working.
This is my favorite scene.
He's like, oh, are we rolling? He's like, yep, on your time. And he goes, yes. He's like, oh, brilliant, Steven. Really brilliant. But let's just try a few more. Okay. He's like, okay. He goes, yes. Like, all right, Steven, that was really good. I'm feeling it, but it could be a little bit more positive. Like, positive? Like, yeah, just go for it. He's like, all right, you want me to go for it? He goes, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, we're going to need a few more. And then he's like, do me a favor, though. Can you do a few where you're not reading off the script? The fact that he has a script for just the one word, yes. And then he's like, yeah, we could do that. And then, like, he holds it away, but, like, he still, like, turns and peeks at the script to say it. Like, what are you doing? And then Steven meets Clem Fandango.
Clem Fandango.
Fandango.
This guy is he's on the screen for a very short period of time, but I fucking hated him. He just like he played a heel really well here, and it really stood out to how much I could not stand this guy for like the 10 seconds he was in the show.
And then Clem's like, all right, how about you give us a little more energy in the take? And like, all right. And then he just does yes like 20 times. He's just like, yes. And it gets to the point where like Steven, he's like, what? He's like, how would you feel about doing a no? And he's like tearing up. He's like, Clem Fandango, I need to be on the stage at 7:30. Like, honestly, Steven, how long will it take to say no? And then it turns into a music number.
Yeah, I did not get that at all.
So now all the guys are like behind the booth and they start snapping to like the rhythm of the clock, and some music starts and Toast sings. And now the men are all behind him singing too.
It's a good song, but it's out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have this whole kind of like Anchorman-ish, you know what I mean, in a way?
Yeah. But it's so out of place. Like
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
It almost leads more. He's either having a mental breakdown or this really is all the play, the entire thing.
I never thought about it being all the play, honestly. I don't know if that's the case, but I also feel like someone's going to comment on this episode and be like, you guys are fucking morons. This is what was happening. And we're all going to be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
We're reviewing like a pilot to a pilot. Like, it just happens to be.
This, I mean, I feel like if this was intended to be the actual play, though, there'd be some sort of a meta reveal at some point or like a fourth wall break. This song and dance number was so out of place. I mean, it's funny, but it's weird.
Is it just British thing again, or is this just weird anyways?
No, this is weird.
As weird as the whole show is, this took me out of the show.
Yeah, no, I agree.
This got a little strange. Yeah, a kid shows up who, I don't know if he was like intentionally looked like a young Toast who was playing saxophone.
It was Toast is playing piano, the guys are singing, and then some child shows up playing a saxophone. It's weird. Just as weird as that's described.
And then as that happens, he's running out because he has to get to the theater where he performs at. And you see him like, after running, you see him like in the dressing room and he's having a drink while the news is on. And the news is on and you hear it and it cuts over and it's like, and now we have a police identikit drawing of the suspect that police are very keen to talk to in connection with the series of incidents of indecent exposure across London and the Southeast. So that flasher, they're like, now we have a police sketch of him. Cut, and then you see the sketch and it looks exactly like Toast. And he goes, Ray Bloody Purchase. It's like, which I thought was actually pretty smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, like I thought that was a good, like, everything comes full circle in the episode.
That was hysterical.
I did kind of see it coming, though. It was funny, but I kind of figured that that's how it was going to go.
It's a great way. In general, if you're a sketch artist, what a great way to get back at people you don't like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's wildly illegal, but...
Right, but let's say I mean, when people are giving you like, oh, he was like 5'10" and had blonde hair and blue
Yeah,
eyes.
you could take your own liberties.
If you're only getting like snippets of things to work with, you can fill in the blanks with like that kid in middle school you didn't like when you were growing up. You know what I mean? Like you could kind of do that.
I mean, Jim did it to Dwight.
I was gonna say that did happen
true.
to Dwight.
And he tricked him into putting up the posters.
Well, that guy had a mustache. What do you remember?
Yeah. It was my favorite episode.
Speaking of, not to tangent too hard here, especially because we're coming up on the end here, but I'm so excited that the 9th season of The Office Superfan episodes came out because I can restart it now. I'm very, very excited to do that.
In like the early, like when we started doing our show, I was at a point where I watched nothing but The Office 24/7. Basically, I just watched it. Anytime I had the TV on, it was The Office. And then when it came off Netflix, that dulled down a lot. And even though I had Peacock, like I would watch, you know,
the commercials thing is annoying.
Yeah, it just wasn't the same. And then they started these Superfan episodes, but they started with like season 3, and I was like, okay. And then they eventually did one, and they've been moving forward since.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I don't know how, because they came out so spaced out. Like it legit took like 5 years to finish the project. So I was like, you know what? I'm not touching these Superfan episodes until they're done. So now I can like, other than 3 in season 1, I haven't watched any of the.
Does season 1 have Superfan, or is it just the remastered?
They added to the episodes too.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy because these are popular that they haven't done it with more shows.
I know. I think maybe it just doesn't exist. Like I think they were in a unique situation where
there's a lot of improvising on that show. So yeah, there's a lot of content that they can just throw.
I don't think that footage gets saved regularly.
But anyways, that's a whole different show. But yeah, once it's revealed that, you know, through Toast, he's like, purchase. You cut to Purchase like laughing as he's drawing the sketch. And then the phone rings in Toast's dressing room, and it's Ed. And he's like, Toast, I've just been watching Crime Scene. He's like, I can't deal with this right now. He's like, I don't think you should stay at this flat anymore. Like, look, Ed, it wasn't me. It was Ray Purchase. Like,
that's the full name.
He's like, it was a poor show, Toast. He's like, you've sent Goodhouse firmly back to square one. And the camera pans down below Ed, and she's just like under the table with her mouth open in a petrified state. And then he's like, I'm on stage, I gotta go. We cut back to the protest, and someone's saying like, how long does this protest go on? Oh, until the end of the show. Good. This is disgusting. Boo. And it turns out that the person asking was the Flasher.
Yep. And you see him flashing from behind.
Yeah. And now Purchase runs to the stage, kisses the woman who hands him his like trident.
Yeah.
And like goes out there. Like, I didn't know what that was about.
Well, he runs to the studio in costume, which is weird.
But he goes, there's like a stagehand or something who's there like with a trident ready for him as he's about to get onto the stage. And he grabs it from her and then gives her like a big legit kiss like on the mouth, and then goes onto the stage. And then as soon as he gets to the stage, like the play is going to start, they blur him out. So you don't see any of what happens on the play. And that's the end. It just abruptly ends from there.
He like screams something too. I don't know what it just abruptly ends. I was so confused, especially after the musical and all the other stuff.
There's a lot of weird shit here. Yeah, I just thought that like the whole end was it was almost like they were like, oh shit, we only have a few more minutes. So that it was just like,
I don't know about the end of this show. It just
a lot of like, I felt like a lot of these scenes had room to cut down, because then in the last like few minutes we get recording booth, song and dance number, running, police sketch reveal, runs again, goes on stage, kisses a girl, show ends. You go, wait, what happened? Like everything else was so fast. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, it's definitely, it definitely had its funny moments, but yeah, the end for sure was a bit rushed.
It's shows like these that are like, it makes me question my own like intelligence, because I'm like, am I just too dumb to understand why this is funny? Because there's something going on here, but whatever it is, I am lost. And I don't know if it's because I'm just out of the loop on something, or if I just am just intellectually, stunted here and not understanding something.
I don't think it's on you because I'm the same way, and I'm pretty analytical with these shows.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's almost like it's 4D comedy. It's like, did they just think it's funny to confuse everybody? It's like they won't get it, but we get it. Like, and that's the joke right there.
I mean, maybe it's a cultural thing.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's got its brand, but yeah, I feel like the show is just silly, and it's so just silly that we're like, no, it can't be. There's got to be layers.
Yeah,
to
maybe it can.
And I think maybe there's just no layers to it, and it's just silly. I mean, there's some smart parts, like I said, like the whole like police sketch thing coming around full circle was very clever and some stuff like that. But I think a lot of the show is just kind of face value. At least I think so. But maybe the fastest we've tooled through an episode ever. Well, since after our first couple months, but I don't have a lot else to say about the show. I know the show is like, what was it, like 4 seasons? And like the last season, like I think they end up in America in the 4th season.
Oh, okay.
If I'm understanding correctly. And then it's like, it becomes something else. It's like,
if you look at like the timeline, it has like the dates of the show and then like the range and then another one. So it's like it went away and came back.
Yeah, they did the 3 seasons and then there's like a 4th season that came out like a few years later, like a few years ago. And then that one became like Toast of Tinseltown because like it moved to the US for the last season.
I know that name too. So that's a different show.
Technically,
it's a different name. It's a different show. I mean, it's like Roseanne and the Connors. That's a different show with a continuation of the same.
It's
story.
weird. Like, I mean, not that this is the end all be all, but like if you go on Wikipedia, right? It's listed as a like the 4th season of the show. But if you go on IMDb, it's got its whole own page.
Yeah, and on Google it says Toast of London 3 seasons.
Yeah. So I guess it's its own show, but it's really just a continuation. But it's, I guess technically, if we wanted to, I guess we could do it.
Yeah, maybe we will.
But yeah, maybe that'd be an interesting way to contrast. But yeah, it does feel like a loophole almost. Like, is it really? It's just like season 4. But yeah, with the Connors, I guess, like you said, was kind of the same thing in a way. So with that being said, not much else I have for this show. So no need to drag it on just for the hell of dragging it on. Might as well get into the green light or cancel. Again, Joe's not here. We'll get Joe's score and we will put that on a graphic that'll go on our socials, S1E1 pod. So you can check that out later in the week. But to just go around and do this one, Ferg, I'm starting with you.
Oh, shit, I really don't know. I like a lot of this show, and it's like my sense of humor, and then that end is just so weird. Like from the music part on, and it really like it's just this big fart at the end of a pretty good show. It's like I don't want to cancel a Matt Berry show because I think he could read the dictionary and I would laugh, but this just didn't work for me. So unfortunately, I'm going to give it the cancel. I think everybody did a good job in their roles, but I think that rushed ending and me just being utterly confused by the end, it's like, I can't suggest the show because I don't understand. And I almost want to watch more to see if the rest of the show is like that, but it gets the cancel. This is a tough one.
Nick.
Yeah, I love Matt Berry, and I think this show is very funny because of him. But I'm with Ferg. I'm going to cancel this one because you need more than Matt Berry, right? If you want any kind of longevity, and I'm not saying the rest of the show is bad. I'm saying from this pilot's from my perspective through this pilot, I can't see how Matt Berry can keep this going because there's just not enough supporting him to make this continuously funny, in my opinion, at this point. And like Ferg said, everybody else in the show did a great job. It's just there's like a lot, I can't explain it. There's like there's a void in this show that just really leaves me wanting, more substance and less Goofy. And I love Goofy. Like Goofy is great, especially with Matt Berry. Like, he does it really well. But yeah, I don't know. And the ending was really rough. I don't understand it. It confused me, and it was kind of the chart. I was teetering this entire episode as I was watching it, and the end is what inevitably put me over the edge. But yeah, I mean, it sucks. It's not an easy cancel because I like him so much, but I mean, if I got to go with my gut here, it's not something I can greenlight.
Gordo.
Yes.
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 Yes. Greenlight. I thought that the show was funny enough outside of the. You guys are correct about the ending. It's super weird. The show made me laugh all the way through, even if it was like nonsensical at the end. Which British shows, they tend to do that towards the end. It kind of just crescendos into like nonsense. Usually it makes sense and there's tons of callbacks, and you kind of got that with the Ray Purchase thing in the flasher and such. I didn't get the what do you call it? The stagehand there where he made out with her, but no, I thought the show was funny enough. I would watch a second episode. So that's what I have to say. Yes.
So for me, it's funny. I thought I would be the only cancel. It's a cancel for me. I was left kind of confused throughout the episode. As we talk about it now, like there were definitely a lot of funny parts. Like we went over it. There were definitely things that got legit laughs out of me. But like to sit there and watch it, I was just kind of like, what? Like it ended. And I was like, what did I just watch? You know, we talked about the end. I'm kind of like, I mentioned earlier how originally this was like a standalone pilot and then the season started. I wonder now if we were to look at the original episode 1 that kind of became 2 when this got lumped with it, like a year later, like if they retooled anything in a year when they started the show back up. I would be very interested actually to watch that episode now and see if there's any changes. Ultimately, like I said, yeah, I was just left a little confused. I just thought some of the jokes were just kind of left hanging, and some of it was like silly just for silly, and I don't know. Maybe it's either too smart for us or we're grasping, just thinking that there has to be more than what we just saw. But either way, it didn't quite land with me. So as of right now, only 1 out of 4. Even if Joe votes a green light, it's going to be a cancel, unfortunately. So that is it for Toast of London. You get the cancel. I do want to thank Lindsay for suggesting the show because we all like it. We like Matt Berry, and just something isn't clicking here. And I still think like I'm gonna watch the next episode because I am curious to see if things change or if this is kind of the vibe of the show. I am very glad that you brought this to our attention though. And I want to thank everybody for listening. Yeah. Remember, S1E1pod.com is where you can go. If you have any suggestions for us, we'll give them a look. Again, rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff really helps us out with the algorithm. Podcasting has been taken over by celebrities, so it's really tough for a bunch of fucking idiots from Massachusetts to get listens. We're not nearly popular enough until Gordo gets caught flashing people in public. So,
Super Bowl is this Sunday.
Yeah, so with that in mind, thank you guys. We'll catch you again next week with another new episode. Till then, thank you. Goodbye.
I think we got the best toot and flasher.
I was already laughing and the sound effect put it over.